This is section 10-4, the geometric sequence. So today we're going to focus more on that geometric sequence and construct it. So the general formula for a geometric sequence is going to be this. A sub n equals a times r to the n minus 1. So the goal is to find what the first term, so we need to know what the first term a is, and then we need to know what the ratio r is. That ratio r is what's being multiplied by every single term. We plug the a in, we plug the r in, boom, we have our sequence. So here's our first one. So my first term is -1, or I could say a or a sub 1, doesn't matter, but that's my first term. Now I need to figure out what's being multiplied by every single term here. And so everything is being multiplied by -6. -1 times -6 is +6. +6 times -6 is -36. -36 times -6 is +216. So my r is going to be -6. So now that I have both of those values, it's a sub n equals my first term, so -1, times my r, -6, to the n minus 1. Now I know I didn't really do that very much for the arithmetic sequence, but if we want to get technical with our language, we need to define what n is. And so where n is greater than or equal to 1, and it's assumption that it's going to be an integer, or at least telling where it starts. Let's look at the next example. So my first value is going to be -3. So that's going to be my first term. And then what's being multiplied by every term? -3 to 15, -15, that's 5. That's 5. Okay, so it looks like it's 5. So that's my r. So my a sub 1 equals -3. My r equals 5. So for the formula, it's going to be my a sub n equals my first term times then my r to the n minus 1, where n is greater than or equal to 1. Same idea here. Go ahead and give this one a shot. So going over it, my first value is -2. And then times, it looks like everything is being multiplied by 2 here. So it's going to be 2 to the n minus 1, where n is greater than or equal to 1. A sub n equals. All right, so what did we learn today? Well, we talked about how to construct the geometric sequence. We took a look at the general formula for the geometric sequence. And the two values that are necessary to make the geometric sequence are going to be the initial value, or the first term, and the common ratio. This does conclude our lesson. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments.